Yesterday, Shams reported LeBron James played through the last few months of the season, including the playoffs, with a torn tendon in his foot that could require off-season surgery. Woo! Shannon, what's your reaction?
I mean, this is not anything shocking. Everybody knew this. Everybody knew. They saw LeBron, how he played from his birthday to February 7th. We heard him say, I heard a pop. We came out here and talked about it. And Skip said, well, you heard a pop? How you still playing?
Well, he kept playing. He played right through it.
Did he say he heard a pop?
He did see it.
Okay, what did Sean report?
We're showing the play right here, I believe. Yep. Okay. It was a sort of a non-contact.
Yeah. He said, I heard a pop.
Okay.
He said, I heard a pop.
Okay. And then he played 10 minutes of that fourth quarter. That was late third.
Yes.
He played 10 minutes. He scored 11 more points. He made 5 out of 9 shots, 1 of 3 from 3. Didn't get the free throw line, but he still scored 11 points through the fourth quarter, and they hung on to win 111 to 108.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just for the record, that's what happened.
Gabe Vincent sprained his ankle. We saw it.
Yeah.
He came back in the game and played the rest of the game, right? He missed the following game, right?
He went to the locker room.
But did he come back out and play?
Just a little bit. He didn't play very much because the game was
out of hand,
completely out of control.
So the question is, I'm asking you, from December 30th to February 7th, when he was 100% healthy, and after he said he heard the pop, did you notice any difference in LeBron James' play? Yes or no?
Maybe some, but did you notice any difference in the first quarter of Game 4?
Skip.
What happened in the first quarter of Game 4?
Skip, see, that's the thing.
No, but I mean, did he play?
Yes, he played.
And?
Skip, when you're injured, you can give it to you once in a while.
I'm not doubting he's injured. I'm just saying he just kept right. He played right on through.
But here's the thing. I remember when the report came out after the season that Tom Brady had to have a meniscus. Oh, he did it. He played on a torn meniscus. I don't know how you believe everything somebody will.
He played on a torn ligament.
Okay, I'm saying
ligament, yeah.
Meniscus is a ligament, right?
No, meniscus cartilage.
So what do you have?
MCL tear.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is it that you believe everything someone tells you about Tom Brady when it comes to an injury, but you have your doubts when they mention anything?
I don't have my doubts.
But you say you didn't know. Everybody saw Skip. So how do you go from being player of the month for the month of January, averaging 35 points a game, to all of a sudden you missing point-blank layups? You see LeBron was not elevating like he was during that stretch. So you chalk it up to Father Time?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. But I also scored 21 points in the first quarter was what? The other night. It was the most points he's ever scored in any playoff quarter.
So
then he went on to score 10 in the second quarter, which gave him the most points he's ever scored in a half of a playoff game, 31 points.
Prior to that, so from that stretch, from December, so the 6-week stretch, December 30th to February 7th, did you notice LeBron James at any point pace himself? You saw how many chase downs did he have? He was getting 2, 3 chase.
Time out. Why are you... Look, this is old news. We already did this.
No. But
it's very old news.
No, but the thing was is that you...
I believe something was wrong. I told you something was wrong. I told you what I got a hold of a prominent surgeon, national surgeon, who does a whole lot of NBA players. They sent him the x-rays at this point, right after this pop game. And they said, can you consult on this? And he said, I looked at it. I didn't see a tendon problem as much as I saw both ankles are just a mess because he's got so much scar tissue. He thought that he was going to need some ankle surgery cleanup. So I told you, yes, he's hurt. He is struggling on both ankles because how many times have we watched him turn it? You think Gabe Vincent turned his ankle? I've seen LeBron turn the knob of his ankle bone to the floor.
Yes.
I've seen it. I know what that feels like from running shoes. It is horrible. And how many times, Shannon, has he popped right up during the game and just shook off his ankle turn and played through it? Well, at some point, if you play the most minutes ever again, playoff plus regular, your ankles are going to wear out if you do that enough. So whatever it is, it could be a tendon, it could be the ankles. I don't know. I just tell you what I told. I believe he's got some issues that need to be surgically addressed. I think you can scope them. I don't think it's going to require a big surgery on the tendon.
Well, I was at a couple of games, and it seemed like every time he came out of the game, he would take that shoe off and he would roll it over something. Because from his birthday until he passed Kareem on February 7th, he averaged 34 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. He shot 52% from the floor, 34% from three, and he was chasing down. He was unstoppable. After the injury, 10 points fewer, the same amount of rebounds, 2 assists, 4 percentage points, and 5 percentage points from three.
Okay.
Difference.
I got it. I'm not arguing, but this was not news to me, and I think you opened up by saying this is old story, right?
For me.
Hey, and you say you don't listen to the sound?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I heard through 3 rounds of the playoffs, LeBron's playing on a hurt foot. It was constant. It was a barrage of LeBron's playing on a bad foot.
I didn't have no sources. I'm just looking at just watching him from my television, and then watching him the way he played before that injury, and then seeing him after that injury. Oh, it was clear to me. I didn't need a doctor to tell me that there's something wrong with his foot. Okay. Or something. I know something's wrong with his foot. But even if the doctor hadn't told me it was a foot, I would know something was wrong based on the way he was playing.
Okay. My issue with LeBron in the 4 games against Denver was simply this. Hurt or no, I'll give you hurt. Yeah. But you're still LeBron bleeping James. And 4 straight times against the team that will be picked, be favored over whichever team comes out. I'm pretty sure Denver's going to be favored over if it's Boston or definitely over Miami. Because Miami's a 3.5-point dog at home to Boston.
Correct.
Would Denver be favored over Boston?
It's going to be close. Yeah. It's almost even money probably.
Okay. Speaking of even money, the Lakers had 4 straight chances, and I thought this was going to be a home-and-home series. I thought it was going to go 7, and I gave Denver the slight edge in a Game 7 in Denver, only because it was mile-high Denver.
Okay.
The point is, they just needed a shot here or there, a clutch play here or there, a defensive play here or there, just something, because every time it came to push or shove in the fourth quarter, either Joker or Jamal made a play. And it could be offense or defense. Even Jamal's last play on LeBron on the drive. They made the pivotal key play where you look back and you say, oh, and he did that, right? He did that. It's timely. It's you gotta.
Right.
And they had 4 straight chances. That's why this whole idea of let's blow up the roster and start. Why?
No.
I loved what I saw. Give this roster a whole training camp and a whole year to figure itself out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I know is my disappointment with LeBron, and it could be, you can attribute at least part of it to whatever foot injury he had, is that he went 7 of 23 in the 4 fourth quarters. He's better than that. 7 of 23. That's
from 3, though, right?
No, from the field, from the floor. He was 1 of 10 from 3 in the 4 fourth quarters.
Yes.
And then for the whole series, I loved his numbers. On what was it, Tuesday morning, I told you, man, I can't argue with 28, 10, and 10 because, Shannon, for 38 year 20, 28, 10, and 10 in the Western Conference Finals, that will stand the test of time.
Right.
That's sensational given stage and age.
Right.
Okay. But what I don't love is he takes and misses too many threes, because in this series he shot 27% from 3, which was 7 of 26. It's not good enough. For the playoffs, he was 26% the 3 rounds. They got away with it against Memphis and Golden State. But it was the 3rd worst shooting by a single player in a whole playoff run in history. And the 1st worst was LeBron in 2015. Well, a lot of times he's so good at all the other stuff that you just overcome it and get away with it. But against Denver, they're just too good.
Right. And Skip, I think a lot of that had to do with, you say, the 4th quarters. I think sometimes the mind is willing, but the body isn't able.
Okay, well, you could be right. Okay, so what were the turning points? Remember Game 1, he comes down, and even you said, I don't know, because he's just better. He pulls up at 45 seconds left on Jamal and shoots a 3 and kind of kicks his foot out like trying to get a cheap foul, because it was way wide right, and I don't think his heart was in this shot. Here we go. This is the KCP miss. Had him on the ropes at this point. This is at Denver Game 1. Boy, if you win this game, I got you in the series here.
Especially if you come from behind.
From behind, and he just said, and he kicked his leg out, and it's way wide right. Anyway, the point is, then Game 2, this isn't the end of the world, but he makes a great steal. He plays center field, plays free safety. He goes Ed Reed, and Jamal tries a cross-court pass, and he picks it, and then he goes up and under, and I guess he was a little wary of Aaron Gordon coming over the top, but man, if he makes this shot, you cut it to 2. I like your chances right here. And usually, heck, a lot of times, you can argue he might just dunk this.
Skip, he just flat out smoked.
Okay, he did. Is that a lift problem? Could be.
Yes.
Listen, there is a time 10 years ago.
He'd have dunked it.
I'm pretty sure he reverse dunks
He
it.
dunked it. You're absolutely right.
He might and won it. Okay. That was that game. And then we get to game 4, and you know and I know what happened. I didn't like the play they called on you got 2 late shots. Okay, so they're daring him to shoot the shot, and then he goes to Schroeder, who tries to hot potato over to Austin Reeves in the corner, and he gets knocked out of bounds. Well, now you only have 3.6 seconds left on the clock, and they don't get a shot up, and LeBron gets stuck in the corner with a fadeaway that hits the side of the backboard. It's just no good. It's no good. I don't like anything about it. You can do better than that.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, that's a coaching error to me, where somebody's got to come up with a better idea for that. Okay, then we get to the last play, and I loved it that LeBron just said, I am LeBron bleeping James. I'm putting my head down. I'm going to go to the basket. If I have to shoot these free throws, I'll shoot these free throws. That's still the fadeaway. Now we get to the last play here, and he just goes, and this is perfect. And Jamal makes the defensive play of the year. The whole year, you can't find a better defensive play than that. That is a playoff turning play. It's a playoff making play. That play put them in the NBA Finals for the first time in their history.
It did.
Because he jumped the route. He crossed the path of LeBron because he anticipated and got completely on his ball side and stymies him by basically pulling the ball away from him. And then Aaron Gordon gets the cheapest block in the history of the NBA